Welcome to my channel. My name is Lori. So I wanted to introduce myself. So basically, I don't even know where to start. Basically, I have had money issues in the past, as most people have, and I've gotten my way into not quite financial freedom. Still going to need to work, unfortunately. I haven't retired early yet. However, I am on that journey to kind of getting my finances in order. So I kind of wanted to do a short little video just to give you some tips how to get your finances in order and what order you should do things and how, what's the easiest way to get everything you want, basically. So first thing you have to do before you do anything else, you have to pay off your debts. And I don't mean house debt, because mortgage is considered like a good debt, because you're going to build equity in the house, or you're going to rent it out, or whatever, right? So that's a whole nother topic. That's going to be another video, which I have done rental properties in the past, but that's something different. So first things first is pay off your credit card debts, student loans, credit card debts, anything like that. That has to be number one, because you are paying so much money on interest, and you're not going to be able to get anywhere else. You're not going to be able to invest and do anything else if you still have that credit card debt holding you back every month to pay off those balances or the minimum balance or whatever you're doing. Number one, you just got to pay it off. And even if you have to consolidate, you might want to take one debt, the smallest one, pay that off first, then you get a little confident, you're happy, you see growth and changes, then you can move on to the next one. However way you want to manage it, you got to pay off your debts first. Number two is save for an emergency fund. So I know I have been hearing about this forever, and did I ever listen? No. So I'm telling you, you do have to do it. Eventually I did get into the habit, but it took me a long time. It's almost like you need to hear it like 30 times before you do anything. I don't know. But that's what I would say, is save for an emergency fund. People say you need to save 3 to 6 months. You know what? That is such a big goal. If that overwhelms you, don't think about that. Just think about saving your first $1,000 for emergency. So pay off your debts, then save $1,000 for emergency. Once you have $1,000, then you can set up automatic savings programs that you can keep adding to it every month. So when you get your payday on payday, you get your pay on payday, you can have all these different places where your money is going. You can be putting into money to put into your emergency fund. Then you could be putting money into your RSP. You could be putting money into your TFSA. You could be putting money into a savings account to save up for a house. You could be putting money into another account to save up for a trip. Whatever you want to do, that's what you need to do. Once you have all those accounts in place and it's automatically deposited every payday without you having to think oh no, I don't want to save that money for myself, I want to spend it. No, it's set up, it just keeps going. So that's what you should do. Save up for emergencies, because something's going to happen in life and you don't want to have to put it on your credit card. It would be so much more peace of mind if you had the money. You can take care of it right then and there. So just save up for emergencies and don't lock it in anything. So emergencies is not RSP money. RSP money is that's your future. You don't want to cash that out, because it's going to screw you in the end, because you're going to pay fees. You're going to lose it. You're going to lose that room that you have to contribute. You do not want to cash out your RSP. So just have your emergency fund separate. Once you've done those two things, then you can start investing, which is kind of the fun part, really. So investing obviously is a huge umbrella. It encompasses so many things, right? Obviously, the first thing people think of is stocks, RSP, TFSA. It's not really investing unless your TFSA is also doing stocks and investing, those kind of things. Real estate, basically anything like that. You can choose what you want to do. Probably the easiest thing, or the way I would say most people get into it, is you save up for your first house, because you don't want to pay rent. You want something that you actually own. Once you own your first property, it's so much easier to move on from there, because number one, you can rent your basement out. If you can't rent your basement out, you can rent a room on Airbnb in your house, if that's something that you and your family would want that to happen. Not everyone would do that. Or you can even rent out a garage. You can rent out a shed. Depending on where you are, there's so many options, right? That would be number one, how you can make money, and that's called house hacking. But you can also take that equity from that house. Once you've lived there for a couple of years and your house is worth more than what your mortgage is, you can actually take some of that equity out and you could go buy a second house, which is what I did, 10 years ago. I bought a rental house. So I already had a house, but I had enough equity in it. So I took the equity out, bought a duplex actually in another city. And so I was renting out the main floor and I was renting out the basement. So I had two incomes coming in, and like between the two rental incomes, it covered all the mortgage, all the bills, and then I still had some money left over. So it was a true income property. And basically, if you can do that, then you can keep going. Because really what I ended up selling it because the market was so crazy high a couple years ago, and I just cashed out. I saw the dollar signs, I made good money from it. But obviously, you know, in retrospect, 2020 is everything. I should have kept it maybe, but anyways, that's fine. I was happy with my decision. But what I could have done with that extra money that I was getting every month from the rental income, I could have actually saved it and purchased a third property. So that's how you kind of generate more wealth. The first home, I think, is the most important thing to get, because it's like you want a house anyway. Most people would want a house to live, and most people don't want to rent forever. But I mean, if that's what you choose to do because you like the freedom of it, then great. Or you don't want to have to fix anything in your house, that's fine too. So I would just say investing. So investing basically has whatever. It could be in gold, it could be in stocks, it could be in real estate, it could be whatever other way to invest, but also your pension too. So if you work and they have a pension, you have to do that. You have to put money in, because usually they match a little bit of it. So that's free money. You can't leave free money on the table. So maximize everything if you can. Also under that category is TFSA. So in Canada, we have TFSA. In the States, I think it's the Roth IRA. They have their version of the TFSA. So you want to maximize that first, because any interest you make on that, in that account, you don't pay any tax on it. So it's awesome. So that would be the first thing. One thing that it took me many years to figure out is don't just put your money in a TFSA. You have to invest it. You can't just have money sitting there, because it's not going to grow. It's just like a savings account where they offer you 0.005% interest or 1% interest or something. You might as well do something with it. So also too, with the investing, if you don't know much about the stock market or investing in general, what I would say is go to your bank and open up a mutual fund. That is the easiest, hands-off way to invest. You know, you put in a certain amount of money every month on your payday, and they have experts that will decide which of the funds is the best basket of funds that you can have, which is a mutual fund. Have those different things in the mutual fund, and then you can just keep putting into it, and they'll determine where they can where they can invest. So that would be step one. If you're still new to investing, sign up for a mutual fund. Then down the road, if you want to manage it yourself, then you can get into stocks and individual things like that. But that's just my suggestion. All right, and I think I kind of skipped. So step number 3 was start investing, but step number 4 was real estate. I kind of talked between the two because it is kind of very intertwined, obviously. Like I said, I would say get your house first. Once you have your house, then it's a stepping stone to the next place. And also you could try to rent out your basement if you could. Step number 6 would be to budget. This is one I struggle with to this day. So I would say every dollar in your bank account should have a job. So your dollar should either go towards paying bills, it should go towards your TFSA, it should go towards your RSP, it should go towards a mortgage, which would be a bill, or it could go towards saving for a trip, saving for like a big purchase that you want to make, maybe a car, or maybe, you know, some kind of bag or something name brand or something. Anything that you're saving for, but it should be basically, that's how you budget, is to figure out how much money do you have to spend on the things that you want to spend after you've paid off all your bills. All right, the last tip is basically start now. Like, honestly, start now. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how late in life you think, oh no, I missed the boat or whatever. No, you need to start right now. Anything you could save, it doesn't matter, even if you have $1. You know, you can buy fractional shares for $1. You don't need a big ticket money to buy shares. There's actually brokerages online that you can sign up for, put the money in the account, buy a share, and if you don't have enough money to buy one share, you can just use $1 and buy a fractional share, and that you have a fraction of that share. And then over time, you keep putting in more money, then you buy more shares. So don't think you have to wait till you know it all. Don't wait till you've researched everything, or until you have $1 million or you have $10,000, whatever. Just start now, start small, but start that automatic savings into all these little buckets of pools of finances that you're planning to do. And then you're going to have a well-rounded portfolio. You're going to be debt-free. You're going to have money for emergency money, and you're going to be on your way to investing. So hopefully this video does help. It's just like a very quick, snapshot, just a couple of things that I would recommend if you just want to get your finances in order. It did take me quite a while to get into that stage. And then once I got to that stage, everything became crystal clear. And then I bought that first property, and then I bought my rental property, and then it just kept going from there. I do hope these tips help you. Please leave a comment in the box below if you have another suggestion or tip that would help somebody. And this is pretty much like a first snapshot of just kind of quick level, high level, you know, just to get your finances in order. And then later on, I'll probably be drilling down and doing more detailed videos of things, of different topics that might help people. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did like the video. And until next time, be happy, be well, invest. I don't know. Bye.